Hey y'all, I'm Rio, and welcome back to another episode of Coloring Passports. Today we are getting straight into the safari book, and we're working on the Brisa Oryx. Now, I've been thinking about this particular illustration for a very long time, and I know that I have unlimited amounts of possibilities to do with this, but I'm feeling kind of pop arty today, so I thought maybe we'd throw some caution to the wind and try to do something very fun and exciting with this sweet baby. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let me introduce you to your supplies. I am using my Prismacolors 120 set of colored pencils today. Now, disclaimer, you can use a package of Crayola 120 count. It's okay. It's okay. Your colors don't have to match mine exactly. It's going to be just fine. You can also use your Ohuhus or any other brand. It doesn't matter. This is practice. We're just simply playing in the color. That's what the books are for. Learn exciting things about the animals and then learn something about color. It's just for practice. So, why am I so nervous then? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. I can do this. We can do this. We're going to do this, right? We're going to do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab a dark color. I just grabbed black. Y'all know, if you know me, that I never use straight black. I never use straight black. Nothing is ever really straight black. So that is not the color I'm going to use. What is this one? That's sepia. Which one is this? Espresso? This is cool gray. Which one is this? French gray, 70%. We're gonna grab, let's go 90% French gray. Is that what this one is? Yeah. My colors are kind of mixed up here. We're gonna go 90 French gray, which is a darker gray with more orange tint to it. And so we're gonna come up here. And we're just gonna start lightly going over this area here that we know is going to be dark. Now I know this side here is going to, the right side of this is going to be a little bit darker. So I'm going to go ahead and push a little bit harder. And I'm just making teeny tiny little baby O's or little baby egg shapes. Don't get all up in there and start jamming the color in there hardcore. This type of artwork is just layers and layers of glazing techniques. This is kind of how I would do it if I was doing it with the acrylics. So be patient. So he's going to have a little bit of this color in his ear hole here. That's the official scientific term, ear hole. Okay. This tip of his ear has a little bit as well. Then there's some of this that's just got to be a dark outline here. Then the tip of this ear obviously is also gonna have some darker color. And again, we are just working to let ourselves know that there are some dark colors up here on this. That's all we're doing. Indeed. Okay, now for the eyeball. We're going to come up here. I almost feel like I need a magnifying glass over my page that I can look through, because I have progressive glasses now, and I'm telling you, it's kind of hard to figure out where to look through the glasses to make sure that I'm getting the more bang for my buck here on this vision quest I'm on. Okay, so I see this line right here on his face, so he's got his jaw right here, dimples in, so that's going to be a little bit darker. Come up here and color some of this in. And I just need to start adding a little bit more color in some of these areas. Like right here. It's going to be a little bit darker right there. Just going to go over it a couple of times. Not getting too crazy with it, you know. Okay, now we know that his nose is also on the darker side, not totally dark, so we don't want to get crazy with it. We also know that the inside of his lips are a little bit dark, but there's also going to be some other colors in there, so don't get crazy with it. Don't go mad with it. We're just going to randomly color in with that same 90% cool French gray, which is just a kind of an orangier gray. And again, don't stress out about the colors. If you don't have the exact colors I'm using, it's okay. This is just practice. We're going to get through it together. All right, here we go. So we're going to come back in. We're going to darken some of this up. Now, I want to grab some of the... I'm going to add some color to the horns. These horns are so cool. They're super, super long. And even though these guys vie for the mating rights, it's been witnessed that they don't try to stab or impale each other, but they will dang sure impale a lion, okay, with these clown stabbers that they've got on top of their heads. That's what we call the big horns on the cows at the rodeos. Clown stabbers. So I just want to kind of come in here and start making a few marks just randomly. There's no right or wrong. Still working with that exact same color. We haven't gotten excited about it yet, about any of it yet. We're just starting to put in some darker colors. That's all we're doing here. I'm going to come in and go over some of the lines that were there from the illustration. I think I did a pretty good job of giving you a roadmap on this one. This book is so much fun. I love all the illustrations in this book. This book so far is my favorite. Illustration wise. Again, every other ring is a little bit flatter, and the first ring right here that connects to his head is flatter, and then the next ring kind of bubbles up, and then this one is flatter. And then we know that this is a shadow right here. So we're going to lay some shadow color in right there and see where we go with that. Okay, here we go. So now's the time that I have to start thinking about, do I want to get crazy and make him a different color than he normally would be? You see here what color they are. They're brown on tan on sienna on cream color on dirt on white on. They're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. But sometimes I like to push myself and stretch the creativity process. So, if I were to paint him pink, if I were to paint him pink. Okay, so we've got a little bit of this laid in here. Now, I have purchased some new stencils, and I never use stencils, but these struck me as being so much fun that I had to have them. And so I want to use them with the illustrations. And I thought that this might be a fun application. Or it might literally make me crazy. But I'm feeling like if we don't just do it, then we're not going to know. And then I wondered, do we do these black and then the other ones a fun color and a solid color, and then we make the Brisa Oryx crazy colored? I think the answer to that is yes. So, should we... Oh, this makes me nervous. See? And, so I want you to understand that being nervous is just part of the drill. So I almost feel like I should just take the zebra pen literally and color this in. Does this look even? I'm just gonna do it. Okay, so I'm taking the micron, I'm using the 08, and I'm just gonna, oh, I'm committed. Oh no, that's not where I wanted that. Oh, that's on his body. Okay, don't do it there. Let's see here. This is not on his body. This is not on his body. This is not. Y'all, I got excited and I just started doing my thing. I can fix that though. I'm not worried about that. That's okay. So there's that. That's part of his body. That's part of his body. So I gotta go up here to this one and to this one. And to this one. I'm just gonna scribble that in just a touch. Okay, so we know that this goes to here. And this is this one. Ooh, this pen's running out. Not cool. Oh my gosh. Let's pick it up. Well, that's not supposed to be there. And then I need to add some more down here. So I have to line this up evenly. And then finish there we go. Okay, that's gonna be fun. All right, so let's get rid of to put the lid back on this one. I'm gonna have to make a note to remind myself that I need to replace that. Now let's take the zebra. This is the brush pen. What size is this? Yeah, I don't know why I thought I was gonna be able to read that writing. Not happening. Okay, here we go. I'm going to check the back side just to make sure that I'm not bleeding through. And I'm not. Okay. And if you're not using the zebra, then you might want to use the colored pencil first and get that wax layer going. And I am barely touching this thing. I'm going to draw a line between them because I need them to touch. And I did not notice that this, I did not notice that the stencil did not do that. Okay, let's get back up here. Let's draw the lines. Make these babies touch. Maybe that's what we do. We draw the line here, we draw the line here, 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 here. Now it's looking more like a pattern instead of some random floating scape. I don't want it to be a floating thing. Okay, so we know that this is definitely going to be the black. Okay, so we've kind of got that in there. Oh, I'm liking it. Okay, this is gonna be fun. This is fun. Okay. I'm gonna take the pen and I'm gonna just come in here and enhance some of this area around his eyes where I know there's gonna be shadow and I know that there's going to be some contrast. And I'm not even making real strokes. I'm just doing a little pointillism down here. Just a little dot, 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 dot. And I'm trying really hard not to mess up my pristine, beautiful pen here. Because it's got a beautiful tip on it and I don't want to screw that up. Oh my goodness. This is so much fun. Okay, I'm going to put this pen down. Now let's sort out the colors of the Brisa Oryx. Okay, so here we are. We've got the black and white. I've got to get rid of this little mess up right here. So I'm just going to... Ooh. Oh my goodness. Well, I might not be doing anything. I thought I was going to be able to... Wow. Here we go. I've got a little bit of paint flowing out here. We're just going to try to cover this up as best as we can. So this nib is completely shot anyway on these paint pens. Once you, with these acrylic paint pens, I've noticed on these antelope acrylic paint markers, that once the paint is on the nib, it's just not gonna cooperate like you want it to after the fact. So I just wanted to get enough of a coverage on there to kind of make it less noticeable. It's okay. Okay, so let's do this then. I'm so nervous. Oh my gosh, I don't even know why I'm so nervous, but I'm so nervous. Okay. So it seems to me that light umber might be the way to go with this. Let's just... I'm going to come in here with my light umber. And because I have commitment issues with this thing right now, because I want it to be colorful. And see, I share this part of the process with you because I want you to understand that I have been painting all my life. And I still struggle when I want to do something completely out of the box. It's sort of like, you know, you were born with black hair but want blonde hair, and it takes a while to get that blonde hair right. I trained to be a photorealist, and now I want pop art colors. I want fun. I want it to be just bright and colorful and inviting and exciting. And so I am training myself to see that way now. So I know that this part right here has a little bit more of a shadow. So I'm going to give it a little more shadow. And I also know that this part here has more shadow. This is the shadow from his ear. It is absolutely the shadow from his ear. So this can be a little darker. And then this as a whole, maybe we'll just start putting in some color. Ooh, that's just not going to be great right there. It's going to be awful rough right there, but that's okay. And then right here, there is a bit of there's a muscle right there that gets defined. And then around his eyes. So we're just going to kind of fill in some of these lines a little bit and see what it looks like if I go over this like so. Okay. So we have a lot of outside activity going on in the neighborhood today. So if you hear noise, I'm sorry. We're just going to keep going though, because I want these tutorials expedited. That's dark. This is dark. See, he's okay in the sepia tones, but he's going to be so much better in a different color. Okay, so how do I work this color wheel? How do I effectively work this color wheel? So we have a pink rhino. Let's flip back through the pages real quickly here. I did not do these in order. So I did the big cat's eyes realistically with the hopes of being able to do something fun with the other one. It always makes me nervous. I love that. I love that so much. I love that so much. This, I feel like a whole Lisa Frank rainbowy thing coming on for this. And this, I don't know. Maybe she's just very pop arty. This is the female lion, the lioness. She's the queen of the whole pride, I'm telling you. Okay, so the wildebeest is still left to do. The hippo is still left to do. And I think the hippopotamus, I want to do polka dots on this one. I want this one to be fun. So, you know, I want polka dots on this. And I got a polka dot stencil specifically for this book. So we'll see how it goes. Because see, I've got little dotties here. And I love this rhino. I love it. So how did I do that? So it looks like I used the yellow for the highlights, and then I used pink for the midtone and purple for the darker. Because yellow is the brightest naturally occurring color on the color wheel, and purple is the darkest naturally occurring color on the color wheel. I feel like this should be teal and orange. Yeah, that's what I think. I think it should be teal and orange. So let's get into it. Let's just get bold here. I am grabbing this non-photo blue, and I am nervous as all get out. But I am here to tell you that I feel like I'm doing the right thing here. So I'm going to take this pen, and I'm going to come in here, and I'm really going to darken up. No, I don't want to do it with the pen. Change my mind. Where's the black? Okay, this is for the pop art part. So we're just going to get in here, and we're going to lay in the side of the antler here. Because you know what? This is just for practice, and if I mess this up, it is truly no big deal, because I can always color it another one right there. Gonna go super dark right here. And see, the beautiful thing is that the pen will still make it darker where I need it to be darker. So this is a huge shadow point here. This is a huge shadow point here. This is like his shoulder from the opposite leg coming down here. I'm just going to add that in right now because I know that's there. And I know that this is there. And I know that this is going to come up here. And I know that there's going to be some. Okay, now on his horns, I'm going to get crazy with it here just a touch. Oh yeah, yep, here we go. So in between where the little bumpies are, we're gonna get in there with some of that black, and we're just gonna push down in there. And I am gonna be brave. Watch me be brave. Inside the ear, we know that that's gonna be pop art black. The edge of his ear, we know is gonna be pop art black. This part of his face, we know this is going to be pop art black. Okay, so, you know, I have some favorite colors here. The aquamarine. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's shocking. It's shocking. Is that really what we want to do? Oh, I don't know. Y'all, I don't know what I'm doing. That's not true. I kind of do know what I'm doing. So if aquamarine is the color that we're choosing to work with, then we could use some hot pink in here to, oh my gosh. Oh, I don't know what's happening. I don't know if I like this or not. Yay. Oh my goodness. Y'all, this is really brave for me. This is a lot. So we're gonna come in here and we're gonna hit this with this light pink right here. And then as we come down around his nose, I'm going to do this in a yellow. Oh, wow, that's really intense. Yellow here, yellow here. I'm telling you, I feel like I can pull this off. I feel like I can pull this off. Oh, it just makes me really nervous. I don't know why, but it does make me really nervous. Okay, so there's that. Let's do the aquamarine. I don't like it. Okay, that's not terrible. That I can probably live with. Okay. So that should be maybe a little bit lavendery. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be a lot. Okay, so I need to right now get rid of the white part of the background. So how do I want to paint that is the question. I have no idea is the answer. Is this the silver? Yes, it is. Okay, so these are the watercolors that we're manufacturing and testing out. We're gonna try this. we're going to try this for the watercolor, and I'm going to grab my watercolor palette. It's back here. We're going to put this down. I'm going to put that right there. I'm getting kind of antsy here with this because I'm nervous because I can see all the stuff. And so I don't know if I want it to be gold or if I want it to be silver. So I'm going to put both of them out. These are both hollow colors. Should be pretty easy to get started here. Let's put a drop on each one. This is taking a long time. Okay, so maybe I should paint this yellow, pinks, purples. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I want it to be gold instead. Maybe I want the antler to be gold instead. Ooh, look how much fun that is truly gonna be. Okay. Let's just fill this in a little bit. I don't want to be scared. I just want to fill it. I want to fill it in and I want to see what happens. I just want to fill it in and see what happens. And then we've got the little bit of hot pink on the part that's popping up. We probably should put some fluorescent yellow on the top here where it's like really got some light on it. I have no idea if I just totally ruined this already and I haven't even like really gotten started yet, or if this is going to be really super cool and just hang on to your hats. Okay, I need a purple for the where it's going to be darker. Oh, yep, here we go. Okay, I'm starting to see this now. Okay, I can do this. I absolutely can do this. Okay, so let's make you know what? What if? Hear me out on this. Look at that. Okay, that's the interference paint that we're making, going right over the top of the black. This video is going to be lengthy, I'm sorry. Oh, this is beautiful. Wow, I made this paint. Wow. Super creamy, super delicious. Okay. So then what if I want the background to be like this color in between? That is so much fun. And I'm just going to go for it. I want it to be solid. I don't want to fight it. See, I just painted that first. I shouldn't have. Still want to. Okay, there we go. You know what? In hindsight, that probably should have been orange. It's okay. Okay, it's not terrible. It's not the greatest. I get it. It's not the greatest. But it's not terrible. So, let me have some of this neon paint. Because, you know, sometimes neon paint fixes everything. Ooh, this is bright. Okay. Painting my Brisa Oryx pink. Have to fix the horns. I don't know that I did them the way I really wanted to do them. Oh. Just kind of get some color on there. A little bit of color goes a long, long way. Look how nice that is. This is Artist Loft Neon Pink. I think that shadow needs to be purple. Okay, let's take a break and see where we are. Okay, well, it's not terrible. I don't hate it. I'm not, you know, I'm not crying in my Wheaties about it here. Don't eat Wheaties. I don't eat Wheaties. I do not eat Wheaties. Okay, I don't eat cereal at all. Anyway, I am not unhappy with the results of what I'm doing so far. So we'll start there. Let's come in here with the purple and let's just start darkening up these areas that are. Definitely darker. Definitely darker. Like this whole area right here is definitely darker. And this is mulberry. So it's kind of a reddish, it's more of a reddish purple. Okay, that's gonna be cool. What if I come in right here with this yellow, this neon yellow? Like I know what I'm doing. Okay, that's not terrible either. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this filled in with the purple. Can't help it, I'm thinking to myself, I really want an orange element in this, and I really want this to be a sticker. I literally go into coloring these with the frame of mind that I want to buy this as a sticker, so I would want to collect this as a sticker. So how should I paint this to be able to collect this as a sticker? How should I paint this in order to be able to effectively print this as a sticker? Need some more neon green up there. Wow. So that's silly as it is, that's exactly how I think about it. See, then I'll go back and I will start adding in. See, there's got to be some orange right in here. This is a little bit darker, so we'll come in here and we'll make this a little bit darker. And then this has, obviously this is his side cheeks here, side of his face. There's going to be some cool lines and some interesting things going on over here. This is going to be a little more yellow. Same time too though. I mean, like, the white is a real thing here. If I push pretty hard, I can get that to highlight so that we can see the color on top of the black. It's kind of a cool effect. Okay, that's not terrible, is it? It's not terrible. It could be worse. Could be a lot worse. I don't think that I completely don't like it. I think I can, you know, I can work within the realm of finding this to be acceptable. This is processed red. It's a fuchsia of sorts. Sometimes I find that you just gotta go for it and get rid of some of that. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? Gotta get rid of some of that other color. That is not the Posca pen that I want. That is the Posca pen that I want. Okay. Let me get this started over here. Woo-wee. Yep. Okay, that's better. So now we're gonna come in here and we're gonna add some of some little highlighties on the rings that stick up on these antlers. We're gonna definitely highlight some eyeballs here. We're gonna woo-wee. So we did that. Now we're going to grab the zebra pen. And we're definitely going to come in here and we're going to make these very, very, very legible outlines. Okay, we want the beard here to be highly visible as well. That's working for me. So we'll come in with the paint pen and we'll make a little streak. We'll make a little streak. Oh my goodness. That picked up some weird color. Weird color that I didn't appreciate. I want that to be white right there. Okay, this is coming together. I don't hate it. I'm not 100% a fan yet, but you know, it takes me a minute to be a fangirl with all of these things. So let's just keep coloring and see what happens. Grab the pink, the lighter pink. We're going to put some yellow in this so that it's a highlight. Oh, see, there we go. There comes the light. I'm going to sharpen the pencil. I think we got to go darker with the black. I know it always makes me very nervous, but I think that we got to go a little darker with some of this black. Okay, now I think we got to get in there and get some more of this brown in here, right here on his neck. This is that muscle on his neck that we're kind of identifying here. This is light umber. It's kind of a reddish, you know, it's kind of a reddish orange brown color. Just, you know, go for it. Just go for it. You'll be okay. That is not. So blue is an absolute no. The shadows have to be in purple. The blues do not work. So I'm grabbing a dark purple right here, and I'm coming in and I'm going to add the dark purple to this shadow right here. And it's going to be darker up against his ear. So there's that. And then as it goes back, we're going to add a little yellow on top of that to kind of set that down. Oh. Trust the process, y'all. Just trust the process. I'm going to take that fluorescent pink again, right over his whole body. Gonna take the black and outline, do a little line there. Do a line there. Do a line there. We're going to add some purple here because there's some shadow right there behind his jaw. Have I done a great job with this? No, I have not done a great job with this. I'm going to go over the whole face here with the glaze of the fluorescent pink. Just kind of see where we land with that. I need some more pink in his ear here. I'm going to outline him in white with the white pen, the white Posca marker. That's going to help a lot. Oh yeah, that's going to help a lot. I also have to color his eye. Okay, so that's also got to help, and that's going to happen right now. So let's just get to it. Let's just start darkening up this eye. We're going to go in here with the purple. Going to get it in there, get it dark, get it luscious. Okay. Ooh, I'm breaking my tips. I am going for broke here. Okay. So these Sargent neon colored pencils, they don't have as much pigment in them. That's what I'm learning. They just don't have the pigment load that I like. But they're good for a little light baby glaze. They're okay for a light baby glaze. Okay, so I have his shadow there. I need to come in and just kind of start smoothing this out a little bit here. And it's never going to be perfect because I painted on this. And so it is what it is. I'm going to push a little harder. Try to blend some of these colors together. Okay, so where are we at? I don't know. I may have completely just gone crazy with this. I gotta do some outlining here, and I've got to find my highlights again because I don't know where they have gone. Okay, there's a highlight there. I'm just going to add some little dotties here because I'm just trying to salvage this. So I did some little hair-like, I'm going to do some hair-like structure here. Just some lines on, oh yeah, there we go. That's awesome. So again, instead of getting all strung out and mad at myself because it's not exactly what I had imagined in my head, I'm just working with what I've got. And I think it'll turn out pretty cute in the end. I think it'll be okay. His cheeks, there's highlight right here on his cheek, right by his jaw. There's highlight right here on this ear, which is why it has such a nice shadow cast upon it. There's highlight right here on his neck. Okay, let's go in here and let's outline this too. Let me go ahead. Wow! Let me just tell you about the Posca markers. They are not cheap, but they are fabulous. And I'm not sponsored by any of these art supplies, so I just use what I want to use. But man, they are nice. What I do, I kind of paint with them, which I know that's kind of a silly thing to say because it is a paint marker. But I kind of make a little puddle of paint with them, and then I just dip the nib back into the puddle and paint with them that way. And that's what we're doing right here. Just trying to break up that crazy chaos color that's in the background from what we have here. want to come in here and make his lips a little more pronounced. I want to make this is a little bit more shadowed in here. This part of his nose is definitely more pronounced. More shadowed. Definitely more shadowed. So let's come in here with a little bit darker orange. Let's just add that here. Let's add a little bit darker orange here. We're just going to add some darker orange here. And then we're going to come in with the darker yellow here. And we're just going to hit it all that we can hit. I don't know if I like it yet or not, just being completely honest, but I'm going to keep working at it here until I make up my mind. And if I do reach a point where I just don't like it, it's really okay, because it's practice. It's just for practice. I just needed to learn how to make this page work. And genuinely speaking, I think that's what I've done. I think I've made this page work. Let's go a little darker in here. Oh, look at that. Yep. Oh yeah, this is gonna be okay. I don't hate it. I really quite like it. I think it's kind of cool. What do you think? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it set for a day, and then I'm gonna come back and see what I think, and then we'll finish it up.